Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. This is such an honor to be here with you all. I am Stacy, and I am the CEO of Third Academy, and we are here to present to you Third Academy and what we are up to. We are a social education platform, and you are currently seeing and or in the main campus lounge. Uh, Basically, the main campus lounge has been designed for events. We have over 200 events scheduled for this year, including podcasts, Twitter Spaces, and Discords, as well as a variety of different events and classes. These kinds of spaces are also meant for co-working. Part of what we're developing are things like autonomous audio visual packages. So you could be in this main room, you could be in the conference room, or you could be in the backyard doing autonomous separate activities. We really wanted to create a place that was playful and inspiring. Therefore, we included things like the gaming garden. So in between meetings and co-working and solving problems, you could wander through the garden, discover some amazing things, and play some games and have a good time. We really think that professional collaboration and networking is rooted in fun social activities. Additionally, Third Academy is pre-launch. We're about to go live in about 2 weeks, but we already have 5 metaverse campuses to date. The metaverses are facilitators of education and networking, which is at the heart of what we do. So let's talk education. We're going to go on.
Let's talk education. And also wanted to give you a big welcome into the Bankless DAO ecosystem. And thanks so much for building what you've built out here. For those of you who are joining now, or for anybody watching live, we have this amazing space. I don't know who's running the camera. I'm assuming that's you, Andrew. Not sure if you can look around. We've got people hanging around, some from the Third Academy team, some from the Bankless DAO side. And as soon as people jump on that link that we're sharing, we'll have some people jumping in from elsewhere around the world, wherever they come in from. Twitter, YouTube, we're sharing the link far and wide. So essentially, this is going to be a place where we can coordinate, co-work, present demos, run through presentations, hang out, play games, eat tacos from the taco corner, the taco truck in the corner, and just kind of make it our own. Moving forward, this beautiful place is really nothing compared to what I've seen so far. Stacy gave me a walkthrough of this fantastic island setting that they built. It's got a gigantic amphitheater. You could hold a whole conference there if you wanted. And so, yeah, the potential is actually endless, limitless here in this metaverse. So, what we're going to do is we're going to test out our first demo today. As many of you know, demos have been run in conjunction with DAO relationships, and Fight Club was getting involved as well to help with projects who are going through the initial funding stages, or VCs who are interested in seeing new projects that are coming up. It's a place for everybody to kind of get together and see what's being built in the Web3 space. So we're going to continue with that tradition. It's just we're adding this in. Jairus has this going live in the DAO relationship server. We have it also live on the Bankless DAO Twitter. So this is a live Twitter space, and it's a live YouTube video. So we're trying to cover all the bases, get everybody involved, and really get the message out there for Web3 builders. Jairus, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, really excited to actually see what's possible here and how we could, eventually move our events from a Discord server into an interactive metaverse and see about what can we create inside here. So really excited to see all of the possibilities in Third Verse, and yeah, just looking forward to learn.
Third Academy.
Oh, sorry, Third Academy.
Got you guys. Yeah, awesome. So Stacy, do you want to start with the demo, and let's just check. I just want to check the YouTube live feed. Yeah, we got a great camera up at the back. Um, it's weird because if you turn around, we used to have a guy floating in the corner, and Andrew, you're not floating there anymore. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are, floating. The floating man. So if you see the floating man, that is the camera. Um, awesome. Okay, so back over to you, Stacy.
Thanks so much, guys. What a warm introduction. We're so happy to have you guys here today. And Chris, thanks for queuing us up so nicely. And we will be showing off that beach world a little bit later in the demo. So you can see what we're building out for Bankless DAO, Fight Club DAO, and DAO relationships ecosystem. And we will be customizing that to make it your ongoing home within the Third Academy metaverse system. So I'm so thrilled to have you guys here. We're going to start by talking about the platform that we're building because the platform is really the gateway to the metaverse. Basic access is free, and then you have the ability to create your NFT avatar, which is your professional identity, which lives within Third Academy. We really are believers that credentials on chain that validate your skill set, your POAPs, and your professional accomplishments on chain are going to be incredible, valuable currency moving forward in the future. And we also know that this is really beneficial also for recruiters. It's also beneficial to anybody who wants to be your partner. They know within instance via this immutable record that everything you say you can do, we can actually verify. And in this Web3 world, we need more and more professionals educated quickly and having their skills verified and on chain so that we can make the best decisions possible when hiring. But also, we're finding that we're giving people greater tools to get educated and to get to the career that they want faster and easier. So that's a really important priority for Third Academy.
Yeah, that's super important to have these the integrations with. So from what we were seeing here, it's kind of difficult for people to get the full concept because it's much larger than just a metaverse. You've got this whole platform where people can go in and look at calendars, look at events, look at upcoming opportunities, upcoming sessions. It might be an upcoming DJ set from their favorite artist, or it might be a class that will get them their next credit at a university, potentially.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
that's all that happens in, like, I guess you could consider that like a Web 2 interface with it might look like Discord or it might look like some other website. But then you click on and you can join the metaverse if you have the credentials, you connect your wallet, it proves that you are who you say you are, you've done the 101 course, now you can join the 102 course. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think that you really illustrated that beautifully. I mean, we wanted to create a place where we also, in addition to all of that, provide content. So we aggregate the best content from all sources across the Web3 ecosystem. And as a user, you can also contribute your own content. You can set it up for free, or you can even set a fee if you're doing a proper course and you want people to pay. Additionally, you can host your own workshops, Twitter Spaces, Discord, and we're showing here. We also host things like hackathons, job fairs, and pitch contests. So we really wanted to create a place. I love the word social education ecosystem because we really believe that people learn better when they're playing games, and game integrations are a part of what we do. When they're socializing with others and they've got community workspaces. So that's part of what's really important for us to build out. And as you can see on the screen, in order to build this bigger social community, you get your own user profile as an individual, as an organization, or a company. You get a social feed so you can brag about what you're doing, or you can ask for help, or you can just advertise that you're going to an event, or you can advertise your event to the greater ecosystem. And all of that seemed really important to us when we were building this. So let's talk about some of the additional details. metaverse access. And I think, Chris, you already kind of alluded to this in a beautiful way, that the platform will be your place to monitor all the cool events coming up. You can set alerts that you get alerted in real time if you're studying DeFi, who's going live in the metaverse with a DeFi class. You could also perhaps get hit up by somebody who's across the world who's looking for a co-founder or dev partner to meet up in one of our metaverse campuses to work on a problem, to start a new company. You could also meet with investors. It's really a true ecosystem to keep alive all of those things that we love about working in IRL. All the networking, all of those like happenstance things that happen when you're about to like get a coffee. We really wanted to keep that alive in a 24/7 ecosystem that is global.
So for anybody who's listening on the space, I see we still have NASA and BSOD myself. I think I recognize you from previous spaces. I've just shared the link to the metaverse. So if you are not in here already and you want to give it a try, you can click on that link. It's got the direct link and the password. Put in an email. Stacy, do they actually have to connect their wallet this time or not? Or is there?
Yeah, so really great question. You'd made a mention that our platform kind of looks Web 2, and that is by design. You can access all the Third Academy offers for free and without a wallet, because we want to make it accessible. This should be a gateway from people transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3, but it also should be a vehicle for people who are Web 3 professionals to uplevel their skills or get more educated and a blind spot they may have in the Web3 world, because Web3 is advancing so quickly that it's really hard to stay on the pulse of all that it is. So we do have a wallet integration for people who are Web3 savvy, and you'll get different benefits as you evolve into that. But to your point, we really want to do everything possible. We offer a free course to set people up with wallets as soon as they join as free members.
Okay, nice one. That's all I
Yeah.
have information.
So, we were just talking a little bit about capturing that magic that happens at conferences and workshops in IRL. And what we're showing you here on the screen is actually how we can stream IRL events into the metaverse in real time. And we did this with the Crypto Girls Club out of Berlin. We're really finding that this is not just about being totally virtual. It's about extending what you do in the physical into the virtual. So, for example, we're partnering up with Play for Change, who build tech houses in the Amazon jungle and the favelas of Brazil, to allow what they're teaching and their newfound teachers and professionals to teach others globally. And we really are proud of that fact.
Okay, so why don't we dive into some of the visuals in terms of the demo on the screen? Can you actually control that and show us through, uh, take us to something? Take us to another land. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, so right now, we could, if you want, we can take you through some of the other metaverses if you prefer.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's get that queued up. And in the meantime, should we take a tour of this campus?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Great. We'll take you through. How about we take you through the beach?
Oh yeah, definitely. Love a bit of beach.
All right. We will do that in just a second. And let's take a tour of this world. Let's go out into the backyard. I think the backyard is one of my favorite spots here. So, guys, in the backyard, if you can see this, we've got more presentation screens, but we also have um, natural sounds to accentuate the garden, and we also have waterfalls. So this tends to be a place where we end up having parties and having really fun interactive events. If you check around in the garden, you'll see some things that lead you to links to games. So we really wanted you to have the ability to play, to talk. Another thing to know about our world is that we've got Dolby spatial sound. So right now we all can hear each other, but if you drop out of the huddle, you can talk to the person next to you, and people throughout the world will not be able to hear that conversation. If
Nice.
you want to follow me to the NFT gallery, I'll show you that one way that we exhibit gallery NFTs, and we allow you to buy them in real time.
Oh, nice.
And we include NFT galleries in all of our metaverses. We believe that it's really kind of important to integrate NFTs and all of their various capabilities within our ecosystem.
Hmm.
One of these crystals has a link for purchase. You guys want like
And how simple is it to actually create your own space here? Do you have no code options, or do you have to be a programmer in order to do so?
Yeah, so right now we're 2 weeks from launching publicly, but we are working towards creating your own toolkit. So you could lease a space, you can accessorize it the way that you need to, and have it up and branded and operational pretty quickly. So that is definitely on our roadmap, and we anticipate being able to do that within the year.
Really
One
cool.
of the other things you'll be able to do is add your own audio visual kits. So as you can see, we are at the conference room, and there's a video actually right now. Andrew is walking through the beach world, which is now slated for Bankless DAO, DAO Relationships, and Fight Club DAO, and we'll be customizing and building it out even more in real time while we're watching him on the screens. This is one of those ways where we're bridging worlds, we're world hopping, sort of speak. Additionally, it's an example of this room is an example of how we believe that autonomous audiovisual packages are really important. This idea that somebody could reserve this conference room to do a chat with co-founders for a new entity, and that could happen simultaneously while we're doing a Twitter space in the main lounge, while another organization is having a party in the back. We really believe that that's how we keep these worlds populated, energetic, and you have that magic of co-working and meeting people in real time. That's very important.
Hmm. And then on top of that, so we've got the huddles, and you mentioned the spatial sound. So if you drop out, then you can listen, you can immerse yourself in the conversation that you're having with the person sat next to you. What about privacy in terms of locking people out of joining your conversation, or can you lock yourself behind a door, or and then once you're having a private conversation, obviously there's some form of backdoor admin access that Third Academy has access to. So how useful is this for hosting strictly private and confidential conversations?
Yeah, so we can build out specialty features for added privacy for autonomous spaces. So the
Hmm.
communal spaces do have some limitations, but as we build out more and more private or branded areas, that's where we uplevel those skill sets. Not skill sets, we uplevel those options for our partners.
Okay.
So the communal spaces are communal, just like if you were in any communal space, and then the built out worlds for specific use cases is where we get more customized with privacy. But security is also paramount to us. So we're really building out some ways that we can make sure that bad actors don't gain a foothold in areas where we don't want them.
Perfect. Nice. We've got some emotes going on. I'm going to try an emote here.
So yeah, check that out. He's flying through the beach right now. So we're super excited to build out that space for you guys. We think it's going to be really pretty incredible. Maybe it would be helpful for us to also show you the world that we built out for the Breathe convention in Las Vegas and walk you through a little bit of how that
Yeah, absolutely. Vegas sounds dope.
Ik ben ready, schatje.
Is there also a way, I was wondering this before, is there a way to set the screen view from the cameraman so it's like full, so it's just the projection? Like if you went full screen, like if you were doing a full screen share?
Yes. Can you do a full screen share from your computer?
Yeah, so like Andrew right now, if he was to just show what's on the projection screen and not the metaverse interface.
Yeah, so if you like, I could show my desktop and I could click through and show you everything that's going on in real time, if that's what you mean. So you could actually work on a problem with your partners using our screens, being in the conference room, and you can record it as well.
Okay, so you wouldn't see yourselves sitting at desks like third person view. You'd just be looking at the screen.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, that that would definitely be helpful, especially for demos as well, because that way we can let our guests go full screen and it's less distracting for the attendees unless they want to get up and walk around, or less. I'm actually specifically talking more for the cameraman view, right? So like on your YouTube live, on your different streaming, he could do that as well. So in that case, in that way, it would become less distracting for the audience, or they could jump in and participate.
When you're in world, you do have the option. There's actually an option for you to actually pull open your own screen so you can maximize your ability to see what's being presented.
Excellent. And last question before we move on, how do I fly?
Flying. How do we fly? And then use your W key and go. I'd like to go up and then try to land through the center of the building. That's usually my big game.
Okay, so like the longer you hold the space bar, the longer you go up. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. And then the other thing is I'm rather than walking, I'm sprinting everywhere. Is there a way to adjust your speed? Uh-huh. Okay, excellent. Well, it does look super clean in here. Beautiful setting. Yeah, certainly somewhere I'm going to enjoy exploring.
Yeah, you can. We are also going to show you really quick the tower, with the conference and the 30 NFT art, because that one's a really fun space.
Lekker, schatje.
What was that?
That was just someone talking. I am now floating in space.
How do you like it up there?
Actually, underneath, it's like it looks like something straight out of the Gorillas.
Yeah, it's rad, right?
Beauty, right? I'm coming back. So yeah, let's take a look at
Well, it looks like we have on the screen the Women in Tech Hive, which we've built out for a bunch of organizations in the Web3 space and also in the XR space and women in technology space. And each one of these hubs has got three different transporters, which you can see that blue circle. You literally walk through it and you get relocated to the part of the world you want to be in. So it's pretty interesting. Stand by while we get the tower up. Oh, here we are. We're in the tower. So the tower was our first metaverse build for an IRL convention in Las Vegas with 5,000 attendees. There were 130 works of art, 10 NFT galleries. And as we go in, you can see that each one of the galleries had a totally different way of exploring how to exhibit NFT works. Outside, we've got a stage for presentation, and then upstairs on the third floor, we've got a nightclub. Um, and that is really pretty cool up there. Additionally, in the sky, we've got all sorts of vehicles with sponsor brands.
Mhm.
So it's really fun. The things that we can do really far exceed structures and buildings. And it's really important to keep that in mind when you're planning your event or the way you want to teach some content or the way that you want to engage like consumers, friends, and colleagues.
Absolutely. And when it comes to colleagues and consumers, I think one of the biggest challenges is going to be to have like a multi-platform interface. Is this something that you're planning for? And when are we going to be able to escape Chrome, get into other browsers, and potentially get into either a native iOS app or other Oculus?
Yeah, really great question. So, multi-platform interface is absolutely essential, and it is on a roadmap, and we will work towards that as quickly as we're able to. Completely agree.
Cool. All right. Yeah, and then it just becomes more and more intuitive. Can't wait to see this actually in an Apple XR headset.
Yeah, us either. And actually, you're speaking our language. The majority of people on our team come from the XR world. We're XR first and foremost, myself included. Third Academy was built out for ease of transition into Web3, into XR experiences. That's why we kind of have this Web2 way of entry. But as our audience gains momentum and gains their skills, that's when we'll start to branch out so that the adoption is smooth, easy, and it makes sense.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's where we're headed. It seems like 10 years ago I was playing Beat Saber, made it up quite 10 years ago, and it was revolutionary. And now it's time for something. So it's time for like what's next, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, and thanks for pointing that out. Like we think that the world of work, the way that you get a job, the way that you meet a co-founder, the way that you learn is really hasn't advanced as much as technology has. So the point of Third Academy is really to up level your ability to do all of those things, make it easy, make it meaningful, make it verifiable and instantaneous.
I love how you put that, especially like how you mentioned that your experience, pretty much like people's experience in the workspace haven't really changed in the last few decades, not nearly as much as technology has changed. And I see with this, it's gonna make work feel much more like a game. And that's definitely how I felt when I joined Bankless DAO for the first time, and I really wanted to become an L2 member so I could be a part of that leaderboard. It felt more game-like, but I see this is definitely adding upon that feeling. And it makes a lot of sense for the DAO experience, make work essentially feel like a game.
I love that. And for us, we're really thinking globally, and there's more and more of a remote workforce that needs to have an ability to bond, to socialize, and this helps facilitate this. Once again, we're pre-launched, but we've had over 2,000 students come through Third Academy, the majority from the continent of Africa and Asia, and some from mobile first countries. So we really truly have the ability to expand our network, expand our web, reach people, educate them, hire from new places in the world with new and incredible inspiration and meaningful impact and skills. So we're finding our team is on from 5 countries on 4 continents, and it really proves to be the case.
Love it. And a quick question. I noticed like a few people that joined from relationships, we all have the same outfit. Is it possible that we could change our outfit here today, or do you have to like create your own wearable for that? Are there any wearable market?
That sounded wrong, but it isn't. We invite everyone to change their clothes in real time. Yeah, you can absolutely. And we actually have a world where you play a game to get a shirt that is in constant motion, that actually has a pattern that constantly moves. So there are lots of fun things that we can do. We can also create clothes that have logos, and we have a marketplace built out in our Women in Tech Hive.
I'm wearing that top right now if you want to check it out.
Oh yeah, you do. You have the top that you won via the game. Where are you, Brianna? I don't see you.
I don't even know where you guys are. Are you flying or?
I'm in the main lounge.
Huh, it's interesting. I don't see anybody.
Yeah, I think when we think about wearables, and you guys also talked about customized worlds and spaces, we see this as a place where you might have just a small workspace. Other people will have full campuses. You'll be able to buy virtual goods like plants, or buy an arcade game to customize your space so it looks and feels the way you'd want it to be when you work virtually. So we are evolving into that. And right now, our demand far exceeds our first 5 metaverses. So we think that will be up leveling to support that rather quickly.
Awesome. Can't wait for that.
And so the things that I was wondering was like, as people...
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Oh, hello, everybody. I was wondering about adding people in, or sorry, when people join the space, is there a way to like announce their presence? So just like ping so-and-so join the server?
Not yet, but I love that idea. So
yeah, that would be great. Because my kids play a lot of Roblox, and I'm pretty sure they've got that. It'll be like such and such join the server, and then they know when their friend is in the verse.
Yeah, I one of the things that's really important to us, like you guys saw the platform where you come into Third Academy, is that we have the ability to communicate in real time between the metaverse and the platform. So if you're doing some research and you're working on the platform, you can get a ping from somebody in the metaverse and vice versa. So a cross-world chat system is on our roadmap, and is something that our devs are actively working on, and we really hope to get up rather quickly. And I know that's only one part of what you're referring to, but we really think that it's the initial part. So also being able to be at an event and getting a notification that maybe you're connected to somebody who's in the room that you haven't seen in a while, you forgot you're new, or you didn't recognize them as their avatar. We really believe that that's going to be an important asset, especially when you're thinking about things like networking.
Yeah, certainly. That's cool. Nice. Okay, well, it looks like we're still running on YouTube. It looks like we're still running on Twitter. We have, I believe, Ornella listening in on Twitter Spaces. Ornella, give me a heart if that's you, from DAO onboarding. I always say that wrong. So that's working. Relationship server is working. We have some relationships people who've joined in the metaverse. And yeah, looks like it's all good. Was there anything else that you wanted to share specifically with us today, Melissa or team?
Guys, we're just so thrilled to have you and really appreciate this opportunity to do a demo with you. And we're so excited to announce when we go live. And we're looking at going live in about 2 weeks. So this is really an early demo of what's going on, what we've been focusing on. And we just appreciate that. We appreciate your support.
Before we wrap it up, I also understand that you guys are raising funds. Is that right? You're in a bridge round.
Yes, correct. We are looking to do an extension of our seed. We raised 1.47 about a year ago, and we raised it in SAF. So we're looking to raise an additional 2 million. And yeah, we're
Mhm.
actively engaged.
Amazing. So if anybody out there is listening and you're interested and want to get involved, come say hi to the team. Oh, what about NPCs? Do you ever like populate with NPCs as well?
Yes, pretty important to us for sure. And we do have the ability on these screens to provide the ability to game together within our metaverse space.
Sweet. Oh, these screens over here are you referring to the like the galaxy? Because I tried playing this before, but we were doing something else at the time. So can I actually play Pac-Man right now?
You can actually play Pac-Man for sure.
Oh, that's
What if
cool.
Andrew was to play Pac-Man? Would it come through on the stream?
Depends. I
Good.
think we
You
depends on
could.
how you do it. Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, it's Brianna here. I was saying if he streams it, it'll be if he full screens Pac-Man, he could stream it to on the screens as well.
Yeah, through our presenter capabilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can
Awesome.
change out these games too if you want. And we've just got some default the other two games here are the best that we found that can work.
If you could get like side by side multiplayer over the top games or fighting games, that would be super cool because you could just like strike up a game with your buddy.
Yeah.
You could, I'm not going to say you could bet because, you know, obviously rules around that. But in theory, if somebody was registered in the right legal way, they could host uh, like a poker tournament, or they could host
Yeah, that'd be
uh,
cool.
any sort of betting event, right?
We love your thinking. Yes. Like this is part of what we're building is it should be work, it should be social, it should be about community. And I think that you're tapping right into what we're projecting.
Beautiful. That is amazing. All right. Well, I think we've pretty much covered the basics. There's a lot more to explore. You've got a DJ deck over there. We still didn't get a taco yet, but all to come. I'm still trying to figure out what the bunny is gonna do one day. I feel like it's gonna spring to life, maybe.
We can't reveal details about the bunny, but the bunny is found in all of our worlds.
Excellent. All right. That's like the bankless card. Bankless card has a bunny corn as its mascot, like the unicorn slash jackalope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so good theme. Um, nice. Well, further down the rabbit hole we go. Thanks so much, Stacy, and everybody else for hosting this today. Thanks for everybody who tuned in to listen or watch or participate in the metaverse. And we're going to see a lot more of these. So moving forward, demos are going to take place in here. Fight Club events will also take place in here. There will be a co-working environment that people can join. This will probably be, I'm just spitballing here, but I would imagine this is going to be a level 1 perk for Bankless DAO members at some point in time. So I think, you know, maybe if you get in early and get a credential, you might be able to get back in without, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but it seems like the Bankless DAO working environment, co-working environment might be gated in certain ways at certain times. There might be open hours, there might be guest passed hours. So all of that to come, and we'll figure that out as we go. We're just making it up as we go. Jairus, anything you wanted to add before we close?
Oh, really enjoyed it. I mean, a lot of cool stuff that we could do here. Really looking forward to actually hosting some more demos within Third Academy's metaverse, Thirdverse. And I was just thinking how cool it would be to get some more games added, like metaverse games, because there's like a few mini games that Abagachi is working on. It'd be pretty cool if there was like an arcade style game for certain mini games within Abagachi, and then basically have a metaverse within a metaverse. Wonder if that could be something that'll be coming soon.
That would be dope.
Avagachi would be a good fit.
Hell yeah, I would love to make some connections there. And see about making that happen in the near future.
Yeah, we can add any of the games you want. Basically, we just sort of have some standards about full screening and all that, so there's not a lot of stuff around it. So it's nice and clean, but we can definitely add whatever games.
Awesome. Well, let's stay in touch and share some ideas and make some connections. Love the space that you guys created for us and over the game overall, or the metaverse overall, and just definitely looking forward to exploring Thirdverse a bit more. And for creating wearables too. I see that the metaverse here is a little bit more photorealistic than others. So I'm assuming the wearables would be like higher quality, like triangles, like more triangles, or would it still be low poly?
They're definitely much higher quality here. This is this platform is all about fidelity.
So would it still work to make a wearable in Blender, or should we use something like Clo 3D that's about as photorealistic as you could get? That is another one too.
Probably close 3D. Yeah, so as photorealistic as possible.
Nice, nice. Love what you guys are building here. I've had some experience with Clo 3D, but definitely need to start exploring that some more so we could create some really cool wearables too.
Yeah, definitely.
Create a marketplace.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Good shout. I actually met this guy on the train going down to London last week, and the first thing he opened up with was, I run a Web3 marketing agency. I was like, oh, no shit. I work with Bankless DAO, and started talking all this Web3 stuff. He's like, actually, I run a modeling agency and we're exploring Web3. And I was like, okay, all right. So we started chatting a little bit about it, and he's been running this modeling agency for ages, and they're looking at ways of getting involved in the metaverse and doing these sort of like these AI generated models to model the clothes, that type of thing. But it'll be interesting to see what sort of wearables come out of this, and also integrating those with the sort of phygital concept of releasing something in a metaverse, and then you get the real version online, or real version in a day or 3 days or whatever. They ship it straight to you at your doorstep. So yeah, so much cool stuff to explore. Right, I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I've got to go to my next one, and I'm sure you guys have got to get cracking as well. Builder mode reactivated, right?
Absolutely. So much to do. Thanks for having you guys.
Amazing. Well, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to come and show us this, and looking forward to hosting the next one.
Thanks so much. Melissa will sync up with you guys so we can start coordinating and scheduling all of your needs. And we've got a meeting on the books to review some preliminary designs for the beach.
Okay, brilliant. Can't wait to see and talk to you soon. Yeah, for those listening, thanks for joining. A few of you jumped in a little bit late. We've been hosting a metaverse demo with Third Academy. This is where we're going to be doing all our demos moving forward. Anybody in the Twitter space, you'll be able to listen, and you can click on the link above to join the metaverse. If you're in Relationships, it's pretty much the same thing. That's going to be the Relationships Discord server, and also within the Fight Club YouTube channel. So we're trying to cover all three bases there. You can find more information on each of those channels, and we'll catch you at the next one. See you, everybody.
See you, everyone.